this morning we've been working on some Lego, which it's a Lego set that we bought Daddy at the start of the year actually. We bought it for his birthday and we're only now getting started with it as we've been building some other Lego sets. But right now we're building Diagon Alley and we've started on Ollivanders and Scribulus. Right now for the characters we have Ollivander and Hermione, but I know there's a bunch more characters to come, as well as a bunch more stores like Quality Quidditch Supplies and Weasley's Wizard Wheezers. But I think now I'll throw you over to Daddy, who's going to explain what else we're doing today.
Hi everyone, we're glad you can join us for another one of our weekends as we show you what we're getting up to. Today we're going to be making our way off to an expo here in Auckland. The Tiny House Expo is running this weekend. It's not something we've been to in the past, but it is something we've always been interested in. I don't know if you like us, we actually like watching, is it George Clarkson's Tiny Spaces program? We always find that quite interesting, and this sort of tweaks our interest as well, that we can go along, have a look and see what they sort of have. We've also got quite a big section here, so it's possibly something in the future that we could also look at doing, is putting a tiny little house on here. So always keeping options open and just seeing what's out there. So yeah, we're going to make our way along. Check it out. I think it's $51 for the three of us. We've pre-bought tickets, so we'll head along, check it out and show you what we can find along the journey.
Okay, so we've had a lovely morning doing the Lego. It's been so much fun doing the Diagon Alley. But as Jono said, we're going to head off to the Tiny House Expo. It should be lots of fun. I hope you enjoyed seeing the little shots of the tui just up in the tree there. It was quite cool. As we came out of the house, we saw it there and we thought we'd go and have a closer look.
Quite interesting coming along. We actually expected all the exhibits to be outdoors, but they have moved them indoors, which is quite nice for this time of year. But yeah, lots to see. There's a huge range. There's even a glamping tent right behind us here, which they're trying to sell you as well. But yeah, a lot of them have their prices. They've also got different layouts, cost per square meter, and also like return on investment for some of them. So they're trying to sort of sell you obviously on buying the things, and also on how much you can make from them in the Airbnb world that we currently live. But yeah, it's definitely worth having a look. Worth money, we'll see by the end of it. But yeah, we'll continue having a look around. A lot of food for thought. So yeah, we'll continue having a look around.
Okay, they also have caravans here, so we've just finished looking at them. They're quite interesting because they are quite pricey, but what's nice about them is the fact that they've got the wheels so they can be moving easily and being transported around easily if you're leaving somewhere permanent or wanting to move around a lot. And they also are quite good in the sense they have things like their gas and their own sort of power supply. Yeah, a lot of what they have here is more permanent solutions for your house that you wouldn't really drag around. So I guess that's where the price difference comes in. But there's a lot of interesting ones here. Yeah. They probably do range from minimum 100, but probably realistically more about the 140 to 180,000 for the price range. But the benefit to them is you can just basically dump it on your site, run an extension lead and like a garden hose and that sort of thing to make it work. So quite mobile. You can obviously go down the route of getting the building consent and running its own power supply and all that sort of thing, but yeah, it jumps up greatly in price. So they're definitely selling more temporary solutions here. So we're going to have just a last little look around and then we're going to head to the car. Okay, so we've decided to stop here at the Grown Up Donuts. It's a place we've seen in the Wairau area for a while now and have kept thinking we should go and try it out. So we're going to head on in and see the different flavours they have of the donuts.
We actually got to meet some subscribers from Canada, and it was an honour to be able to meet them, as those were our first subscribers we ever met, and it was really great getting to know them and getting to know about their life. And we met up with them at the beach. It was lots of fun doing it, and they gave us some Canadian treats to try, which Mummy will insert some footage here of what they're like. But for now though, we're going to go home and try our yummy donuts, and the flavours are creme brulee, raspberry cheesecake, passion fruit curd and butterscotch cream, so it'll be exciting to try them.
Okay, as Madison said, we ended up with the butterscotch one, the creme brulee, the raspberry cheesecake, and then the passion fruit curd. We're very excited to try these flavours. So basically how they run their store is they regularly change their flavours every so many weeks, and there's quite a few stores all around Auckland. And I think they're open from Wednesday to Sunday, but it's also very much like once they've sold out, they close. So basically get in there as early as possible to get the flavours you're wanting. We were lucky to get what we did because that was quite sold out by the time we got there. So we're looking forward to trying these. They should be interesting. So let's give them a taste.
So we've just finished off the donuts that we've got ourselves. They're a nice little treat for a weekend afternoon. Rebekah and I actually enjoyed the passion fruit one the most. It was a huge power flavour punch in there, so we actually like that sort of flavour hit. It was Madison's second favourite. Her favourite one was the creme brulee. And we also all thought the butterscotch one was probably our least favourite. Mixed opinions on what was our second favourites and all that sort of thing. But yeah, certainly very nice. I'll probably head back there again in the future sometime. But I think for now I'll take you downstairs and just show you sort of the area out the front, sort of some of our land where we had been looking at ideas of where we could possibly put a little house or something like that. It's been a nice little day, some yummy food in there, and also the Tiny House Expo was quite interesting. As always, we're true to sort of giving a review on what we think. Was it worth going? It was definitely nice. It was good to check it out, especially since we hadn't been before, but was it worth $51? Probably not. I think maybe like $10 or $15 an adult would have been fair, but it's sort of more geared to people that are specifically looking to buy houses rather than just people who are going along for something to do and check it out. Like, we do have the land behind me that you can probably see, and it is something that we have talked about in the past, that maybe in the future we could do something there. Maybe as Madison gets older we could build a little house on there or something like that, so that, because Auckland houses are so expensive, so it's a cheaper way of getting another dwelling for her maybe in the future. So there is options that we could look at in the future, but are we realistically looking at something like a tiny home at the moment? Probably not. It was, as I say, interesting to check it out, interesting to get some prices, that sort of thing. Gives us ideas on what we possibly could do in the future with the space we've got here, because we have got a bit of land where we live, even though we are in quite a residential area. So it's, yeah, lots of food for thought heading into the future. But yeah, I think for now we're going to call it a day. Thanks for coming along with us, and if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.